Hey everyone, welcome to another Victor Makes a Character. So it's been a little bit, I think about like 9-10 days, but I'm ready to do another one. And today I've decided to do a character for the game Hyperborea. This is the third edition of the game. Um, to kind of explain Hyperborea, like the way I understand it, it's kind of like a mix between Conan, a little bit of Lovecraft thrown in. Like there's like a lot of like Lovecraftian gods and like stuff like the plateau of Leng and like whatnot, I believe. Um, but it's that's mixed with like kind of like dying Earth and like Thundar the Barbarian type stuff. It's actually like the far future, and like the world map is a chunk of Earth that's like hurtling through space by like Jupiter somewhere, like something like that. It's a very interesting, little bit gonzo, very high fantasy, and like as it says at the top there, weird science fantasy setting. But yeah, it's really cool. I definitely want to like delve deeper into it at some point, play it more. But for now, I'm just gonna roll up a character. So let's get right to it, shall we? So, chapter 2, character generation. Let me zoom in a little bit so everyone can read along. Character generation. Unless you are the game referee, the first thing you need to do is generate your character. Do you want to play an Amazon fighter, a Hyborian warlock, a Moorish pyromancer, an Eskimo monk, an Atlantean scout, or something else? With 26 classes and 24 races, there are over 600 class/race combinations from which to choose. That is a lot, actually. Though I do have to say, all the races are basically variants on humans. So this game doesn't have orcs, elves, like all that stuff. It's all just like weird, different humans from different fantasy nationalities. Well, let's continue. Hyperborea Primer. Regardless of your character's class, race, alignment, religion, and secondary skills, there are several facets of life that are generally known to most characters in Hyperborea. As proved by science and sorcery, Hyperborea is a flat, hexagonal-shaped world. The sun is a red giant that skirts along the horizon, never rising to a zenith. Two ellipsoid moons revolve around Hyperborea, one large, the other small. Saturn is immense in the sky. It is oft visible during diurnal and nocturnal hours. So yeah, it was Saturn. I think it said Jupiter, but it's Saturn. A week is 7 days, a month 28 days, a year 13 months, and a cycle is 13 years. The 13-year cycle includes a year of perpetual light and a year of perpetual darkness. That's kind of scary, but that could be like really awesome for like adventures. The Hyperborean Sea spills off the rim of the world into the infinite black gulf. The north wind, or Boreas, wheels around the realm beyond the rim of the world. Great obelisks rise from the 6 corners of the realm. Mount Vermitadon, did I pronounce that right? Vermitadon is Hyperborea's North Pole axis and largest mountain. Quomarium, a cosmopolitan metropolis, is the largest city of the realm. The Quetzalcoatl Orthodoxy is the most prevalent religion in the realm. The indigenous Hyperborean race once ruled Hyperborea with savage cruelty. A plague called the Green Death nearly obliterated mankind 1,000 years ago. Of course, there are varying degrees of knowledge regarding these particulars. Everyone sees the sun and the moons, but most have never seen the rim of the world or Mount Vermifadon. Quomarion may be renowned, but it doesn't mean your character has been there. That one god that I'm not going to pronounce again, worship is ubiquitous, but your character may be from a locale that eschews the bad toad's worship. Hyperboreans may be infamous for their wickedness. Perhaps your character has never met one and thus prefers to reserve judgment. That makes sense. Also, this game has a lot of difficult words for Dutchman, but we'll manage. Okay, creation steps. To generate a wall-up character, use a character sheet or a leaf of lined paper to record your character. Another option is to use computer-generated character sheets that may be printed or accessed using a variety of devices. The following steps provide a guideline for character creation. Novice players are encouraged to turn back to this section to confirm each step of the process. We'll probably do that. Step 1. Generate attributes. Review Chapter 3, Statistics, to generate your character's 6 attributes. The usual ones: strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. 6 different methods are presented. Some methods allow for the allocations of scores, and others are strict. Record the results on your character sheet. Okay, so yeah, let's go do that real quick. Also, by the way, this game is basically based on like first edition. I think my friend Crossface says it has some like second edition type stuff in it too. But yeah, it's very OSR. Okay, there we go. Statistics. All player characters and non-player characters possess a variety of basic statistics, physical and mental attributes, defenses, resistances, and other physical and sorcerous abilities that are measured in numeric values. This chapter covers the most essential statistics for gameplay. Attributes, yeah, we went over that. It's like the 6 normal attributes: strength to charisma. See, generate attributes. 5 methods are recommended for generating attribute scores. Consult your referee to determine which methods are available. Be sure to have a pencil and scrap of paper ready when generating attribute scores. Okay. Method 1. Roll 3d6 for each attribute in order of strength, dexterity, blah, blah, blah. The results are your character's attribute scores. Okay, that's like the normal one. Method 2 is basically doing that, but doing it 3 times. So you get 3 different sets to choose from. That one sounds good to me. Method 3, roll 4d6 and discard the lowest dice roll. I might do that one, actually. And roll 3d6 3 times for each attribute. So, okay. And then roll 2d6 plus 6 for each attribute. Let's use method 3 for now. So 46, discard the lowest. Oh, I forgot the method here too. Method 6, choose your character's class first, see blah blah blah, and then use the following technique. Roll 3d6 for each attribute that does not have a required minimum score. Roll 4d6, discard lowest die result for each attribute that does have a minimum required score. Rerolling until you achieve the requested minimum. Okay. Now I'm just gonna use method 3 here. So I'm using Foundry these days rather than Roll20. I just bought that, it's also a really great program. Check it out if you haven't yet. Actually, there we go. So that's 14. Let's check each. Okay. So first one is 14. Second one is 13. Not bad so far. Third one is 12. Also fine. This one's 15. Oh, great. And then this one's 11, not bad. And this one is 15. Those are actually some pretty good scores. Let me put those in right now so I don't forget them. 14, 13, 12, 15, 11, 15. Yeah, I'm happy with those. Those are pretty awesome. I've had way worse rolls, I'll tell you. Okay, so... Well, I don't really need to show you... Well, I guess... So yeah, like each stat has like a thing attached to it that it allows you to do. So strength, it does your attack modifier, damage adjustment for melee and hurled weapons, test of strength. So see what was my strength? Let's say my strength is 14. So my test of strength, I have a 2 in 6 chance to force open a stuck or locked door, move a rusted lever, or perform a similar task that requires muscle power. And then I have an 8% chance to perform an extraordinary feat of strength. The chance to strength feats of heroic stamp, such as bending the bars of a jail cell, breaking manacles, lifting a portcullis, or powering a massive boulder of a pinned comrade. That's pretty cool. I like that stuff. So yeah, each stat has like stuff like that attached. I'm not gonna go over it all because I would be here for like an hour. But if you ever check out the game, you can read all that for yourself. And I actually do recommend that you check out the game because it's really cool. So character generation. So I did the stats. Okay, going too far here. Choose a class. Review Chapter 4, classes for available character classes and subclasses, and then select one. Some classes include choices that you will have to make during creation. For example, a fighter must choose weapons to master, and a warlock must select a specific school of magic. Record all class abilities on your character sheet. So, well, let's go to classes. And there's a lot of them, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. 4 principal classes, Fighter, Magician, Cleric, and Thief, and 22 subclasses are available for play. Each character class and subclass is presented up to 12th level of experience. This threshold is the default maximum level of experience attainable. Note that each character class has one or more attribute requirements, so choices may be restricted. So we've got a Fighter, Magician, Cleric, and Thief, and then each has multiple subclasses. So a fighter can have the barbarian subclass, berserker, cadaphract, whatever that is. An armored, duty-bound horseman, soldier, and warrior elite. Oh, nice, that's cool. Huntsman, paladin, ranger, and warlock. A warlock is fighter. That's interesting. A spell-weaving fighter wields steel and sorcery interchangeably. That's kind of interesting that they made that a fighter subclass. So what does Magician get? They get the Cryomancer. That sounds funny. Illusionist, Necromancer, Pyromancer, and Witch. Cool. Clerics get the Druid, the Monk. Oh, so monks are a type of cleric. That's cool. Priest, Woundgraver, and Shaman. So what's a Woundgraver? A mystic warrior who carves runic spells on bone, metal, stone, and wood. Okay, interesting. And thieves, they get Assassin, Bard, Legerdemainist, Purloiner, and Scout. Purloiner is a Hello Thief who practices the equilestial, fucking dumb words, sorcery of a cleric. So it's a thief and cleric kind of mix, okay? I'm just gonna make it easy on myself, and I'm gonna do a fighter of some type. Okay, let me see. Fighter. What kind of fighter do I want to do? I don't really feel like messing with spells right now, so I'm not going to do Warlock. Let's do a Ranger. So, Ranger. So, do I pick the main one first, and then... Okay, how does this work? I need to read this real quick. So is it a separate class, or is it like literally like something you attach to the main class? Like, it's not clear here. It looks like it's kind of like a separate class, because it gets just as much shit. So I'm just going to treat it as a separate class for now. Tell me in the comments if I'm completely doing it wrong. I'm dumb and it's not entirely clear. But yeah, we'll just do this for now. So, the Ranger. The Ranger protects the borderlands of civilization, infiltrates savage frontiers, and vanquishes the otherworldly monsters and alien beings that debauch Hyperborea. A Ranger might be a grim-faced frontiersman patrolling the marches of civilized lands. A fearless Ranger waging a war of ambush and disruption behind enemy lines. Or perhaps a disenfranchised wanderer who roams vast wastelands, hunting down extra-dimensional entities whose aims are incongruent with mankind's survival. Rangers can unknowingly guide others through the lonely wilds, traversing unseen even the most guarded and hostile of territories. 2. In the wilds, they can learn to dabble in the clandestine sorcery of tribal shamans. Rangers are doughty warriors who are versed in the secrets of the wilderness and the countless horrors it harbors. So, attribute requirements: strength 9, dexterity 9, intelligence 9, wisdom 9. Well, I rolled everything above a 9, so I'm good there. Prime attributes is strength and wisdom. 10% XP bonus if both plus 16 plus. Okay, I don't have that. Hit dice, D10. Alignment, armor allowed, shields allowed, favorite weapons, any saving throws, blah, blah, blah. Well, let me just get the sheet. Player name, Viktor. Rename, Viktor. Level 1, hit dice, 1d10. Character name. I'll leave that blank for now. Ranger, base. I haven't done that yet. Alignment. I'll do CG. Languages, haven't done that yet. Secondary skills, place of origins. Oh, I'm just going to place my stats for now. 15, 15, 14, 13, L11. Okay, I'll make this 11. Intelligence 12. Okay. Class abilities. Alertness. Alertness reduces by 1 on the d6 roll the party's chance to be surprised. Okay. Ambusher. When traversing the wilds alone or with others of like ability, the ranger's base surprise chance increases by 1 on a d6 roll. Furthermore, when outdoors, even an untrained party's chance to surprise increases by 1 if the ranger positions and prepares them accordingly. Okay, so ambusher. Climb. To ascend or descend sheer walls or cliffs or walls without need of climbing gear. If lightly armored or unarmored, as a thief of equal level. Oh, yeah, okay, now I read that wrong. If lightly armored or unarmored, as a thief of equal level. Chance in 12 reduced by 4 if wearing medium armor. Impossible in heavy armor. If vertical, the surface must be rough or cracked. At least 1 check must be made per 100 feet of climbing. Failure indicates the climber has slipped and fallen at about the midpoint of the check. Okay, cool. I do think rangers get spells, so I guess I will have to deal with spells some, but whatever. Oh wait, no, I don't get spells until level 7, so I'm good. Discern noise. Unusually fuck, I cannot pronounce that word. Unusually perceptive. There we go. Detecting the faintest sounds. The ranger can discern noise as a thief of equal level. 6 rounds, 1 minute of concentrated listening are required. Okay. Extraordinary. 8% chance to perform extraordinary feats of strength. Oh, nice. So With my strength, I think that's like a plus 16 or something. That's pretty cool. Height. If lightly armored or unarmored, able to hide outdoors, wilderness, as a thief of equal level, lurking behind bushes, rocks, trees, and the like. Chance in 12 reduced by 4 of wearing medium armor, impossible in heavy armor. A ranger can employ camouflage or remain perfectly still while flattened to the ground. Only the slightest movement is permissible, like unsheathing a blade, opening a pouch. Hiding is impossible in direct sunlight or if the ranger is observed. In non-wilderness areas, like cities and dungeons, the chance in 12 is decreased by 2. Okay. I do like that I get like all these useful thief skills, basically. Move silently. To stalk like a panther, moving with preternatural quiet, comparable to a thief of equal level. If the ranger is lightly armored or unarmored, chance in 12 reduced by 4 of wearing medium armor, impossible in heavy armor. This skill is executed at half the ranger's normal movement rate. Okay, that makes sense. You get a lot of abilities in this game. Otherworldly enemies. From their earliest training, typically aged 10 to 12, rangers are awakened to the terrible knowledge of malevolent alien beings and the nameless horrors they represent. Through painstaking instruction and supernatural insight, rangers can cognize the most effective means to harm the otherworldly. Rangers become uncannily perspicuous. Jesus, why does this game have such hard words to these creatures? Consequently, they inflict +1 HP damage per level of experience versus the abominations that are categorized as otherworldly. So this is otherworldly enemies, okay? Track. To stalk prey, tracing physical signs and discerning subtle clues. A ranger can track at the below suggested probabilities. Wilderness, a base of 10 and 12 chance to find, identify and follow fresh tracks outdoors or natural caverns. Non-wilderness, a base 3 and 12 chance to discern tracks in a dungeon, castle, city street or like setting. Furthermore, the ranger can identify in general terms the species tracked if it is a known animal type, such as a large feline, a heavy bovine or a small canine. The referee may adjust the chance in 12 to track based on prevailing circumstances. Okay. Track concealment. In the wilderness, obscure the tracks of a number of companions equal to the ranger's level of experience. However, maximum speed is restricted to half the ranger's normal movement rate. Traverse overgrowth. Negotiate natural overgrowth, such as briars, bush, tangles, thorns, and vines, at normal movement rate, without leaving a discernible trail, if so desired. The ranger cannot perform this skill while wearing heavy armor. Okay, traverse overgrowth. Weapon mastery. Mastery of one weapon, +1 to hit and +1 damage. Additional weapons may be mastered at 4th, 8th, and 12th level. As noted in Chapter 6 Equipment, the attack rate for melee weapons and the rates of fire for most missile weapons improve through weapon mastery. For more information on weapon mastery, see Chapter 9 Combat. Weapon skill. There's actually a lot to this game. This might be a long video. Yeah, you get. Okay. Wilderness survival. Hunting, trapping, fishing, boating, shelter building, fire building, including tribal smoke signals, logging, woodcrafting, woodworking rather, raft building, and so on. These tasks are performed without need of a check. They are simply the ranger's province. Under adverse conditions, the referee may assign a reasonable probability of success. Whether a chance of failure applies is at the discretion of the referee, as reflected by the prevailing conditions and abilities of the ranger. That's cool. Enlist henchmen. At 6th level, a ranger may seek or be sought out by one or more henchmen, classed individuals typically of similar class, race, and or culture, who become loyal followers. Well, I'm not level 6 yet, so I'm not going to worry about that. 7th level, melee experts, I don't have to worry about that either. So all this other stuff is basically shit I would get at level 7 and then level 9. So Lordship at level 9. At 9th level, Ranger who builds or assumes control of a wilderness fortress becomes a Lord and is eligible to attract troops. Okay, so combat matrix here. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So that's my abilities noted down, the ones I get at level 1 pretty much. So let me go back to character generation. Choose a class. Step 3. Develop a background. Review Chapter 5, Background. To determine your character's race, physique includes gender, age, height, weight, appearance, alignment, languages, religion, and secondary skills. Record the results on your character sheet. So, background. Races. Oh, this is a lot to read. Races. Races in Hyperborea are cultural and ethnic groupings with shared physical traits, social characteristics such as language, custom, and dress, and common geographic origins, most of which can be traced back to Old Earth. The Hyperborean race is the autochthonous race of Hyperborea. Other races cross the veil at different times, often contributing to diametrical cultural variance despite the relatively small size of the realm. 12 primary races with notable to diminishing populations are extant in Hyperborea. 9 are considered pure races, 2 are hybrid races, and 1, the largest, is a melange of indeterminate ancestries and or racial admixtures. 12 ancillary races are measured to be either less populous, on the brink of extinction, or not properly surveyed by the sages of Chromarium. Of these, 10 are considered pure races, 1 is considered a somewhat recent hybridization, and 1 is deemed a consequence of otherworldly tempering. In total, 24 races are reckoned to survive in Hyperborea. In sooth, even amongst the most accounted for races, ambiguities are widespread, and census numbers are lacking. None can say with any certainty how many Cimmerians live in the subterranean city of Crimea, except for the Cimmerians themselves. Likewise for the half-blood tribes sequestered in the rainforest deeps of the savage boreal coast. In closing, other races unbeknownst to sages may hide in remote corners of the realm, while others might unexpectedly arrive in numbers small or large, such being the mystical nature of the Boreas. Generating a racial derivation. For purposes of gameplay, choosing a specific player character race is not necessary. When in doubt, simply select a common man or woman. For the aid of players and referees who might prefer to draw inspiration from the whims of the dice, race may be rolled randomly using a D100, and if the result is 96 to 100, a D12 roll follows. Okay. Okay, so 89. That would make me a Viking. Awesome. I'm going to be a Viking. I'm just going to go to Viking then. I'm not going to read all of these. Roman, Viking. A fair-skinned race of blonde or red-haired people with blue to hazel eyes. Viking males typically are tall, broad-shouldered men who strike imposing figures. Viking females are likewise impressive, tall, lean, and strong-boned, many as physically gifted as the strongest Amazon women. Vikings built their long houses about the mountainous coastal regions and glacially carved bays of Vikland and New Vinland. Outside of their homelands, they tend to be sociable, so Viking blood is part of many common strains. Viking origins trace back to Iceland of Old Earth, specifically the lost ships of Eric the Red's fleet en route to the eastern settlements of Greenland. Their shipbuilding techniques are amongst the finest in all of Hyperborea, with their Drakkar longships, their exact brutal weights. They exact brutal weights all about Hyperborea, leaving a wake of pillage, destruction, and bastard sons. Based. Vikings have many jarls, chieftains, all of whom accept tribute from family leaders. In turn, the jarls pay tribute to the Viking king of Eriksgard. Typical homelands are as follows: city-state of Comerium, see Commonways. Eriksgard, capital city of Vikland, where the Viking king rules from his mighty fortress of timber and stone. The city is 95% Viking stock and boasts the foremost shipbuilding facilities in Hyperborea. New Vinland, cape and islands of rolling hills rich with wheat, elderberries, and blackberries. Each village in this Viking colony is its own pretty petty kingdom, owing fealty to the king of Eriksgard. And then Port Zengerios, see Commonways. Do I note? I'm just going to put it here, where I'm from. Oh, no, there we go. It's at the bottom. I see it now. New Vinland. Okay, cool. Physique. Physique encompasses a character's gender, age, height, weight, eye color, hair color, and complexion, all of which can be randomly rolled for or simply selected. However, should a player select or dice for a specific race, physical traits should roughly correspond with heredity, but exceptions are not impossible. Players may choose a randomly determined character's gender. Is there a wall for gender? No. I'm just going to make myself... You know what? I'll make a chick. Why not? Female. There you go. Age. Most player characters begin play as young adults or adults. To randomly determine age, simply roll a d6, in which a result of 1 3 is a young adult and a result of 4 6 is an adult. The player may select the precise age from the range indicated on the table below. So, roll a d6. 4. So 4 is... so I'm an adult. (21 to 44). I'll say I'm 25. Height and weight. Height and weight may be selected or randomly rolled. You may have an exact idea about your character's build, or you might enjoy the challenge of working with whatever fate and dice have in store for you. First, determine character height by rolling a 3d6 on the table below. Height establishes average weight, which might be adjusted by a subsequent d10 roll. See below. Okay. Vikings. Roll 4d6 for height and drop to the lowest die result. Okay. So a 10. Female, I rolled a 10. Female. So I'm 5/5 plus 1d3. Well, let me roll a 1d3 there. I'm 5/7. I'm kind of short for a Viking girl, but whatever. So my average weight is 135 pounds. Okay, cool. Alignment. Wait, did I forget anything in physique? I don't think so. Oh, I did. Eye color, hair color, and complexion. Physical traits such as eye color, hair color, and complexion can be selected or rolled for using the following table group. Specific dice mechanics apply to each race, as listed following this table grouping. So Viking. D20 plus 58 for eye color. $77. So what does 77 give me? Blue light. Okay. Blue light. Hair color. Viking, Viking, Viking. D30 plus 90. Jeez. Plus 90. Ooh, 97. Blonde, dark. And complexion, other traits. D20 plus 80 complexion. $88. 88. Body. Okay, interesting. Body complexion. Okay, other traits. Players may decide hair length, notable scars, birthmarks, and other characteristics and traits for their PCs. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it at body. Alignment. Alignment is governed by the opposing forces of law, civilization, and chaos, barbarism. Law and chaos are subdivided by the eve of good and evil. The alignments lawful good, lawful evil, chaotic good, and chaotic evil define the worldview of most intelligent beings, and neutrality forms a nexus of behavioral indifference. Creatures of like alignment are typically acceptable to one another. Alignment informs player character behavior, ethics, principles, and viewpoints. A character class may have specific alignment restrictions, and violation of the alignment's precepts can trigger severe consequences. The referee may impose an experience point penalty, and a repeat offender could lose a level of experience and or be divested of character class. A paladin could, for example, become a fighter, though the special abilities unique to fighters may not be developed until after a year of training, if at all. That's pretty severe, but I like it. So I went with chaotic good, I believe. Yeah. Chaotic good. To value freedom and unrestraint, so long as such pursuits do not inhibit the lives of other goodly folk. Independence and self-reliance are the highest value. Chaotic good creatures are honest with those whom they deem deserving, like other good creatures, but they are not necessarily law-abiding if laws prohibit them from affecting what they believe to be right. I think that fits a ranger, in my opinion. Also, I never gave her a name, so I'm gonna call her Brunhilde. That is very Viking name. Okay, language. Despite its relatively diminutive size, Hyperborea boasts an unusual variety of languages that in and of themselves contain a surprising degree of dialects. This is owed to the fact that Hyperborea is peopled largely by races and ethnicities that cross the veil known as the Boreas, or Northwind, at different times of different eras. As such, language variations are notable. Every character begins Every character begins play with knowledge of the common tongue and possibly of a native language if they are of a specific racial derivation. Almost every language includes a dialect. The dialects of a language group will have many commonalities and are generally intelligible to one another, but the written forms may exhibit significant differences. High intelligence grants the character bonus languages. See Chapter 4, Statistics Intelligence. If your character has one or more bonus languages, you may roll a blah blah blah. Let me look at that. If my 11 intelligence gives me... or 12 intelligence. Was it 12? Yeah, 12. Nope, I don't get any extra language. So I don't get the roll. So I pretty much just learn Common and Viking. Or Old Norse. Okay. Makes sense. Religion. The people of Hyperborea are wont to glorify otherworldly beings, alien entities, animistic and ancestral spirits, and other mysterious forces of deific power. The Xatoquan orthodoxy, originally introduced by the indigenous Hyperboreans, is doubtless the most prevalent faith. It's practiced transcending boundaries of species and race. Regardless, mankind typically serves powers that accord with the ethos of law, chaos, or neutrality, oft besieging or praying to deities that, in their perception, share their personal philosophy. However, many worship out of cultural or racial and cultural obligation or to appease that which they fear. So the alignment of the follower may not match the reckoned alignment of the deity. Many people supplicate one principal being of worship. Some venerate deity pairings, such as Apollo and Artemis, Zaktoqua and Cthulhu, or Ymir and Ullr. Others cry out to whatever powers they think will benefit them. Others still have no tongue for any of it, such as religion in Hyperborea. Selecting one or more of the 24 deities presented below is not required during character generation, even for clerics and related subclasses. A character might develop a religious connection through gameplay or perhaps never. Except for the Un, each race is noted as the typical follower of at least one deity, but a player character need not be typical. The Un have no conception of the gods until they escape their alien masters. Okay. Let me see. Well, I want a Viking gold. Ullr, deity of chaos associated with Viking longships, skis, shields, swordsmanship, bows of view, wound, sorcery, wolves, bears, saber-tooths, piracy, and raiding. He usually presents as a Viking berserker. Typical clergy, clerics, woundgravers, shamans, typical followers, especially Anglo-Saxons and Vikings. And then there was another one, Ymir. Ymir, deity of chaos associated with mountains, snow, ice, mist, blizzards, and unbridled rage. He is said to manifest as a blue-bearded frost giant with a tremendous axe of ice-blue steel. Yeah, I'm gonna do Ymir and Ullr. Did I spell that right? Yes. Okay, well that's the gods done. Secondary skills. Excuse me. Professional or trade skills typically are developed from childhood to adolescence. They may have little overlap with the character's class, often attributed to environment, upbringing, socio-economic status, and culture. Example, the son of a potter likely is learned in the same craft, unless his father sent him to apprentice with his uncle, the settler. So a cleric may once have been a brewer of fine ales, a thief may have been a baker, a fighter may have served as a butcher's apprentice, and a magician may have experienced as a cobbler. On the table below, roll a d6 for the column, followed by a d20 for the row. To determine a secondary skill randomly, or simply select one. With referee approval, some characters may have a background in 2 secondary skills. This list is hardly representative of all professions possible, but is suitable for game purposes. Specifics regarding a trade or profession may be developed. A miner might be a coal miner, copper miner, lead miner, not lead miner, or salt miner. An animal trainer might be a dog trainer, horse trainer, or mammoth trainer. Furthermore, if a result such as limner, painter, sculptor is generated, one might simply opt to have some background in sculpting, not necessarily in all 3 art forms. So first I roll a d6. Followed by a 1d20. So this, and then a 17, a clothier dyer, okay? So I can probably like make my own clothes and like sew them and stuff, which, I mean, that's pretty useful, I think. Okay, so character generation. Back to that. Purchase equipment. Each class is presented with an optional starting equipment list. You can elect to begin play with this, or you can roll for starting money and make your own selection. Well, I'm just gonna keep it simple and find whatever Ranger start with. Does it say in Ranger itself, or is it in the Ranger starting pack? So studded armor. Let's see, where do I put my weapon? Dagger. Long sword, I believe I saw. Longbow. Arrows times 12. Arrow, quiver. Backpack. Bandages, winter blanket. Standard rations, 1 week. Hemp rope, 50 feet. Large sack. Torches times 3. Wineskin, and 1d4 plus 1 gold pieces. And then the roll 1d4 plus 2, and I think it was plus 1, not 4. So 3 gold pieces. 3 gold. There you go. 2. It's very finicky to click this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 arrows. Okay, cool. Character generation, back to that. Determine starting spells, I don't get any. Record other statistics. To complete character creation, to return to chapter 3 statistics. There you must review and record all other statistics: armor class, casting ability, fighting ability, hit dice, hit points, movement, saving throws, turning ability. Definitions and applications of these various statistics are presented. Once the preceding 6 steps are complete, you are ready to play. Okay? I'll figure out my exact weapon attacks and all that stuff and AC afterwards. Okay. That's 0. Wait, what's my strength? Oh no, it's not +0, it's +1. Nice. +1. Damage adjustment, also +1. 3 and 6, extraordinary feat of strength, 16% plus that 8 that I got from my class, so that's 24. Okay, let's go to Dex. What did I put my Dex at? Also 15. +1, +1. +1. Oh. +1. 1. 3 and 6. 16%. Okay. Constitution is 14. Hit point adjustments. Oh, I haven't rolled my hit points yet, actually. So I have 5 HP. +1. And then 5. Poison radiation adjustment. So there's radiation in the game, which makes sense if it's like a weird far future. +0. I have a cat pawing at me, which is very distracting. Trauma survival, 80%. Test of Constitution, 3 and 6. Extraordinary feat of Constitution, 8%. 0. Okay, that's intelligence. Bonus language is none. What was the intelligence? 12, right? Bonus spells. No, I don't have to worry about any of that. Wisdom. What was my wisdom at? 13. +0. Bonus spells, nope. Reaction, loyalty. Oh no, that's charisma. Never mind. My charisma was 11. 040. 0, 4, 0. Did I do that right? Yes. So I can have 4 henchmen, which is not bad. That's pretty good. So that's all that stuff done. Saving throw. How do I figure out my saving throw? Ah, there we go. Armor class. A numeric value representing the capacity to absorb, avoid, divert, and withstand blows. Every armor type has an AC rating. A normal unarmored character is AC 9. Dexterity, shield, sorcery, and other factors can modify this figure. Bonuses improve the AC figure, whereas penalties worsen it. A lower AC is more desirable. Armor class may vary according to circumstances. For example, one may have an AC versus melee attacks, an AC versus missile attacks, and an AC when fighting sans shield, and an AC when completely unarmored. It is incumbent on the player to track AC. For instance, if the character's plate mail is shed during a sea expedition, AC should be adjusted accordingly. Well, I have... What's my armor? Studded armor, so I gotta figure out my AC real quick. Studded AC 6. Okay. Where do I put my AC in? I just saw it. What do I do? AC 6. Cool. Casting ability. A numeric value representing the efficiency of the character's sorcery, although the casting ability of a magician or cleric equals the character's level or experience. Development of this ability is delayed in certain subclasses. Casting ability is applicable to only spellcasting classes. So what would my casting ability be? No, I don't even get magic until level 7, so I'm not going to bother with that for now. Fighting ability. A numeric value representing a character's basic combative skills. For the fighter and some subclasses, FA advances at every level gain. Other classes improve at a lesser rate. Each character class has an initial FA of either 0 or 1. This rating is noted at the respective class entry, including an initial combat matrix. So let me go look at Ranger. Fighting ability, level 1. Ah, yeah, this is also my saving throw. So saving throw, 16. Cool. I assume I have to put in my weapon stuff here. And then, what was my bow? Longbow. Okay. Hit dice. Well, I already rolled for it. It says you can select to have like the 4 hit dice at the beginning, but I already rolled for them. Movement. Number of feet per round, 10 seconds. A character can ambulate. If running, twice this distance is covered. Movement in a dungeon or in the wilderness is measured by the turn, 10 minutes, and follows a different schedule. See chapter 10. Okay. Does it give me a movement rate for... I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but my cat is yelling at me. She wants attention, which I'm not giving her because I'm busy. Let me see. Adventure, movement. Reading this real quick. See, it's studded. Okay, so that's 40 MV. Is studded, is that light or medium? I assume it's light, but you never know. Let me look. Light, yeah. So 40 movement. Saving throws, yeah, I did that. Turning ability. That's for turn on dead, which I don't have. So yeah. Okay, so I have to do weapons. Let me look at this ability that I get for weapon mastery. Mastery of one weapon. Okay. Weapons. Melee weapons. La la la. So I have a dagger. Weapon class 1. Attack rate. Does it say attack rate somewhere? So weapon class accounts for the relative length and function of melee weapons. The largest weapon classes 5 and 6 oft prove unwieldy in tight quarters. Combatants must be within weapon reach to be able to attack. So the bigger your weapon, the further you can attack, but yeah. Okay, that's cool. I don't see... Yes, Cat. I don't see attack rate anywhere. Is that maybe part of Ranger? No. Weapons. Well, I don't see it anywhere, so I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Let me know if it's something that I'm missing. Let me know in the comments. Wait, 1. No. 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. I don't see an entry for... 3 to Hurled Wolf. And then damage 1d4. Just 1. And longsword. Cat, stop, fuck off. Where's longsword? Oh, there it is. Weapon rate 2. Attack modifier +2, because I'm gonna make it my my favorite weapon basically. And then it's 1d8 or 1d10. Cool. And then I gotta get to ranged weapons. Missile weapons, there we go. Longbow. 2. And then 70, 140 into 10. Attack modifier +1. And damage 1d6. Cool. So I can put my combat matrix in there, which is useful, so I don't have to keep looking at the book. So I'm gonna do that. Initial combat matrix. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And you can just update that as you go, which is pretty cool. Oh. Spell tracker. Let's see. Anything I'm missing here? I don't have damage reduction. No, looks like I'm done. So it's a little bit complex, or at least more complex than all the BX based stuff that I've been doing lately. Because this is more first edition, second edition, but it looks really fun. I'm looking forward to actually trying this game someday. Maybe Crossface will want something for me. We'll see. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, even though I stumbled a bunch of times over the rules and over difficult words that this book insists on using. Tell me in the comments if I messed anything up, if I did anything wrong. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. And I guess I will see you guys for the next one, because I'm gonna go feed my cat and then probably feed myself. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hyperborea character creation, and catch you guys later. Bye.